Hello and welcome to my 69th video introducing my book Debugging Shakespeare. I think most people would agree that the person we call Shakespeare was a true genius, but at least for the time being he is not regarded as a polymath. In my earlier videos, if you have been watching them, I suggested that the bard was very much more than simply a very good playwright and poet. I claim that he was the same person as John Napier, for instance, the mathematical genius who invented logarithms and promoted the use of decimal points. In my earlier videos I have proposed that John Dod of Malpas and Shocklatch was an alias of the bard, hence his supposed nickname of Decalogue Dod. It is not at all uncommon amongst the highly gifted that they have highly gifted children. As they say, the apple does not fall far from the tree. And so it would seem with John Dod. If we look at his genealogy, we discover that his daughter Jane Dod gave birth to the polymath John Wilkins, the Bishop of Chester, as well as to the astronomer and poet Walter Pope, who was educated at Wadham College. Wadham College, Oxford, was founded by suspected alias Bishop Robert Wright, who was also its first warden. The next two wardens, at least up to 1635, John Fleming and William Smythe, are also suspected aliases of the bard. Interestingly, the bard has conveniently left another clue to his identity in Robert Wright's portrait. The bishop is holding his little book in the same awkward or impossible position as in John Dod's engraving, sticking out like a sore thumb. It is claimed he died in 1643, but it is also stated he wasn't buried. This is because, in my opinion, he didn't really die until 1645, as his last alias, Sir Ranulph Crewe. It can be observed that it is claimed that John Wilkins, the clergyman, was probably born either at Canons Ashby or Fawsley, where John Dod had moved to after Shocklatch, Hanwell and Banbury. Fawsley was another heavy sheep farming area like Llanrwst in Wales, where his Wyn aliases built Pont Fawr and the Llanrwst almshouses, highlighted it in the last video. It is also supposedly where his alias John Preston of Bugbrook died in 1628 and was allegedly offered his funeral sermon by John Dod. Of course, Preston didn't really die in 1628 either, and of course he allegedly attended Northampton Grammar School, also attended by Bishop Samuel Parker, a son of Welsh Judge John Parker. In a previous video, WS65, I provided evidence for John Milton, the poet, living in Wells Green, Wisterston, Nantwich, which was documented in the 1883 History of Nantwich by James Hall. I claim that Milton was likely the son of the bard, who was born in Nantwich too. Milton could certainly be called a polymath, since he did a lot more things than just write poetry. I believe John Dryden, the poet laureate, who was born in Canons Ashby House, was either a son or a grandson of the bard, who used the aliases John Dryden and Erasmus Dryden, his supposed son. I am leaving the evidence for Sir Isaac Newton possibly being a son of the bard for another video, and I hope all my viewers will subscribe to this video and hit the like button to be notified as soon as it is posted. Thank you for watching. There will be many more videos like this in the near future. The only way to get a full appreciation of who the bard really was is to buy my book. It is available only on Shopify. Please scan the QR code shown with your mobile and you will have a direct link to Shopify. Thank you.